Who's that? Sammy. Look what we woke up to today. Winter came and a rush and a storm. Mind you, the geese are still here, right? They're still here. They haven't left yet. So I'm not sure if this snow is going to stay. We got a good half a foot. I could feel this one coming. My bones were telling me. So was Sam. Yesterday, early, started about 10 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and but that doesn't stop us, right? I need to give you an update on the trail cam that I went and put out. We never did. Sam and I never was able to get out there and set up that number 2 trail cam to the west here. This is what we were dealing with. Like, we were getting snow flurries, rain. And I went and picked up the camera thinking, you know, because it was like, I think we might have had 1 or 2 days where it would have been sunny and nice, and then the rains came, and now the snow's here. But yesterday I ventured. I'll give you a little bit of I shot a little bit of video when I could, because there was so much snow falling and my camera was getting wet, my gear was getting wet, and I went and picked up the trail cam. Sam didn't want to go. He wanted nothing to do with the weather. I filmed something on the other side of it. I didn't even notice that when I was there. But there is like a blind, like there are trees crisscrossing each other there, and trees put in. It was right behind where I set up the trail camera. Sadly, I don't know what happened. I put that trail camera up, and I think as I was putting it up, I don't know if I did something or if, I don't know. I've had this happen before where the cameras just shut off. They don't work, and it could be the Bigfoot. I've had that happen in my yard. I've learned, like I say, I've learned over the years not to put any trail cams on my property in the yard, and they just don't work. They don't turn on. They don't film nothing. I had two pictures taken, and it was while I was there. You could see me, my hand, and Sammy in front of me, and the other one is just the ground. And that's it. No video clips, no images, no nothing. So we'll try again, right? Like I say, it's a hit and miss with these trail cameras. We'll try it again. I think the weather will straighten up, and it does not stop me from going out on my road trips. I just got to, you know, kind of navigate through the weather. A lot of people ask, you know, did they disappear? Did they go somewhere for the winter? I imagine when it's very cold, they do, because I don't see them. I don't hear anything from them. I don't even bother to put anything at the gifting site here in the yard, because they don't show up. But if it gets warmer than -10, warmer than that, they come, right? That too I've learned over the years. And I think they do either go underground, and if they are interdimensional, like we are coming to realize, maybe they don't have to. Maybe the temperatures and the weather conditions have something to do with that ability to come through, right? And maybe when it's cold, they go on the other side, and maybe it's not cold there. We don't know, right? We're learning as we go, and some of this stuff we may never know the answers to, but we keep trying, right? We keep trying. So, and Sammy's enjoying. He's just running all the way. He loves the snow. That first snow. He loves it. But I imagine within about half an hour he'll get cold and he'll want to go in, and that's where he stays most of the time through the winter. He does put on the pounds though, right? He does put on some weight through the winter, and we really got to watch his diet. But anyway, thank you all for being here. Sorry about the trail cam. I have, you know, these are things that are out of my hands. But we will try again. Like I say, if the weather straightens up, we'll take another trip, and maybe I'll put it in a little bit different location over there. And I still want to put the second one up, and that would be over towards the Bigfoot mud patch, right? It's going to be in that direction. So we'll still do it, and I'll just make sure that those. Yeah, I mean, it was working when I hung it on the tree, so I don't know if I banged it setting it up, but I don't think I did. But like I say, it's a hit and miss, right? It's hit and miss. So this is a little bit of footage that I took yesterday on my trip to pick up the trail cam. And also, I want to kind of revisit this footage. And for those that are new here, this was a major turning point with the clan at Seven Creeks. And some of you have seen this. Some of you might not have, maybe not gotten to those videos yet. But I'm going to revisit this because it was right just, I would say it would have been 2 weeks prior to today, maybe 3 weeks prior to today. I think it was right at the end of September into the beginning of October that this took place. And don't take your eyes off the little one. To venture out into this, and we're gonna go pick up the trail cam because it was out there through all the rain and the snow, so I'm hoping it didn't get too wet. They're supposed to be waterproof, but it's never what they say, right? I've had trail cams set up before and they shut off because the moisture got in. I'm gonna put on some warm clothes and warm footwear, and we're going on a little trip. See you in a bit. All right. It's like a blizzard out here. All right, let's go see. That track is still here. There. Still there. Got some more leaves in it, but okay, camera's there. And it looks like there's a bed right here. It looks okay. Looks all right. But we'll get that off. Oh my goodness. Try to keep this camera dry. And I'm gonna look around here while we're here. See if there's any tracks at all. Any kind. Well, there's so many leaves now on the ground. You can't really tell, right? But yeah, I wanted to come and get this today because it looks like we're in for more of this. And the whole time I had this set up, I think we got 2 good days, and then the rains came. So I'm hoping I didn't get too much rain. And it looks like it's fairly, well, it's a little bit sheltered. So let's do that. Man, there's a structure over here. I didn't even see the last time I was here. It may have been due to just the way the sun was and all that. I'm not sure. Right. Pretty wet. Hello? Don't know if anything would be out in this. Not in this weather. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Trying not to get any streaks on there. That's snow. It's not too bad. Okay. I want to show you something out here first before we head out. The things I do for you guys. No, I love it. Let's see if I can get any closer here. This was right, and seeing, I don't remember all this, but this was all right behind. It's like thick. You couldn't walk through there. You couldn't walk through that. And facing the storm, our break, that break is, it's only maybe 50 feet from where I'm standing here. Yeah, Sammy didn't want nothing to do with this. No, he wasn't gonna have any of it. You know, there's so many leaves on the ground here, and I think I see tracks, but something definitely was walking right there. You could see where they slid down, right? This is the little creek bed. Kind of sad, right? And I'm pretty sure it has something to do with those farmers. A couple years back, they broke all those beaver dams and drained this creek out. And I think they were thinking they were gonna try to farm closer, but that's illegal. They are supposed to be a good 100 feet on either side of any waterway before, that's as close as they can get, right, to water, to whether it's a creek, a river. The river's a bit further, lakes are about 100 yards. They gotta stay back from that water's edge. Greedy. And they don't care about the animals, our woodlands, and all the animals in that wood, and all the animals in those woodlands, right? They don't care. I'm sure, I'm gonna zoom back in there. I'm sure there's nothing out and about in this weather, but the last time when I was here, I could have swore back in there, I had zoomed in, and I could have swore I seen movement, but like I say, today, everything's probably hiding. Staying put, staying warm, staying dry, except for me. All right, take care. Bye for now. As I mentioned earlier, I wanted to take you back to 2021. It's been almost 5 years now since I've been going to Seven Creeks. And on this day, I had went to the east side of that area. For some of you that have been here for a while, you remember the stone I gifted on this great big boulder. And it was where I had left the baby rattle. I was sure there was little ones there because of the sounds I was hearing, and you just get that feeling that there's family there. There was a whole group of them. I knew they were all there. I didn't know how many. I still to this day do not know how many belong to that clan, to that group. I sometimes think there's two groups close together and they kind of mingle with each other, and because it's quite a large area back in there at Seven Creeks. But on this day, I went in, played my flute for a bit, and when that group comes, I've said this previously a few times, when that group, the Seven Creeks clan, comes towards me or comes to me, there's this, it sounds like a wind, but it almost sounds like crackling or crumpling of paper. Usually when I start hollering my hellos and I do my loon calls, my whistles, and there's a few times I'll use the flute to let them know I'm there. I'll hear the vocals and stuff way off in the distance, and it might take about 5-10 minutes before they get to me, but they come in a rush. They come very quick, very fast. You can hear it. There are times where it sounds like a whole heard of something running towards me back there in the trees, because the microphone a lot of times doesn't pick up what I hear out there, right? What I'm feeling, what I'm sensing, what my body's picking up. Because you do pick up vibration, you pick up smells, all those things you guys don't experience. I try to explain them in the best I can as it's happening, but a lot of times there's so much going on, it's difficult to stay focused on not just experiencing the moment, but try to convey that to you real time as I'm there, right? Because it's all happening all at once. It's easier for me to do that here later. It's a lot of this seems to be hindsight. It's not until I get home, I go within the review process, and I can go back to where I knew, I heard things, I sensed things, I saw things. I can go right there in my footage, and sure enough, there's confirmation that what I was sensing and hearing was correct, right? It's an amazing experience when you're able to do that. It was on this day, though. It was back in 2021, and it would have been at the end of September, beginning of maybe the first week of October. I went to the east side of the Seven Creeks, and I knew the whole group was there because I could hear them all around me, basically surrounded by Bigfoot. Can you imagine? Oh, there were noises and knocks and vocals and subtle, like small twig snaps. They were letting me know where each of them was. Of course, it's difficult to pinpoint. You can't pinpoint the exact location you heard that twig snap. You can hear it in an area. They're there. They were there. And I really truly believe at this point, again, this is one of those hindsight situations, that finding this footage, finding this amazing capture that I'm about to share with you, I was helped finding it because there may have been like 5 seconds there, and I found her, and I believe it's a little female. It's a little baby, and this changed everything. And it also, it really brought up emotions within me, because we always knew they had little ones. We just, sometimes we thought we would hear them, we thought we'd see them. I've heard there were times around the farm where I thought I heard a child, little voices crying, a baby crying one time, but we never really did. You never really seen them. They wouldn't bring them out in the open. They'd be they'd hide them very well, right? But on this day, and why this was such a big deal for me is because they let this little baby out in the open, this little one, to come and see the human, right? To come and see me, and that she was in the front of them, of the whole. I believe there's a cluster of them back there in the trees. I'll try to pinpoint out. I'm not even sure if this is the mother. It could be the father. It could be a sibling, an older sibling. But I do have some still images here I'll share with you. And I'll try to walk you through this. But I wanted to share this with you because we're right around that time of the year. It reminded me of that day, that time with Seven Creeks, the group at Seven Creeks. And it's really pay close attention to what I point out. Don't take your eyes, don't deviate. You'll miss it, right? Like I said, I had about 5 seconds to work off of when I found this, and just amazing. And about 3 times now I've captured little ones in my videos, and I still don't know the answer to this, but in each one, their eyes seem to they glow. Like there's an inner, it's almost like there's an inner light within them. Very bright, right? They're very bright and shiny. They're like little lights when you see them. And as is in this case, as you'll see here, it's the same. It's the little blinking baby Bigfoot at Seven Creeks. So here we go. I hope you enjoy. Take care, everybody. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the trees.